So we're going to start off with 8 ounces of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a half teaspoon of salt. Those are our dry ingredients. For our wet ingredients, we're going to have 8 ounces of milk, vanilla, 2 large eggs, and some melted butter. First we throw in our flour. Let's get it all in here. Then we're going to throw in the sugar. Next will be the baking powder. Let's throw in the salt. It doesn't really matter the order. We just need to get it all in. Once it's there, let's just whisk it to incorporate. This is not a big deal. Then we're going to go ahead and move on to the wet ingredients. I'm being very slow here for the camera, but you can mix this entire thing up in just a few minutes. So there's your milk. Then let's go ahead and toss in the vanilla for flavoring. We're going to put in the eggs. I forgot to pre-beat the eggs. That's just going to take a little bit longer, but you don't have to. And you'll see that everything's going to come out fine. And then there's your butter. Now we're going to whisk. For the sake of time, because I didn't pre-beat the eggs, I'm going to go ahead and do a little editing. There we go. But this really only took about 2 minutes to get to this batter consistency. So once everything is fully incorporated, I'm just going to show you what the consistency is supposed to look like. Here we go, almost. Now we're looking for a smooth batter, just a batter. Nice and thick. Now I'm going to use an ice cream scoop to make the pancakes, but you can dole it out in a large spoon or a measuring cup. The reason why I'm using a ice cream scoop is so that I can get exact same size pancakes. Under the pancakes, you can start to see a small shadow forming. That means that the pancakes are starting to form a little lip. Once you get a nice lip, and you're not talking about having the cakes all the way done, you just want a little lip so that it'll hold whatever you want to put in there. Here, I'll show you where it's at. Right there, you see that shadow? That's exactly what you want. At this point, and you can also see a few bubbles coming up, but at this point, that's where you want to throw in your chocolate chips or your blueberries or your strawberry pieces or even your raisins if you think you can handle that. But at this point, whatever you put in there will sink right in. The bubbles are what you're looking for. That's the baking powder starting to react. And that's the pancakes starting to set. You'll know they're set though when the bubbles start to burst. When the bubbles burst and the holes remain, that means that you've got a good set going on. You don't want to wait too much longer than that because you'll wind up with burnt little discs. But just watch carefully, don't walk away from the stove, and you'll come up with perfect pancakes. Now, the bubbles here are starting to burst, and the holes are not disappearing. Take a good look, and I think this one's about done, so let's flip it. Perfect. Perfect pancake. The holes on this one are not filling in as quick because the griddle isn't as hot on that side, but I think we're ready. There we go. Now at this point, the pancake is actually almost done. All we're doing is waiting for the skin to brown up on the other side because the pancakes have risen. They're, as you can see, a pretty golden brown. It only takes less than a minute for the skin to firm. So let's get a plate and plate them up.